guys know the best way to start a video, right? Burning some Palo Santo, doing some grounding in nature. What a blessing. First of all, if you're on my channel, if you're watching this video, realize you are a king or a queen, because this channel is specifically for kings and queens. What does that mean? It means you're someone of values, someone of integrity, someone who believes in themselves, and they know about their internal power. They know about their dreams and the realities they will be living in the near future, and they believe in that. They're not willing to compromise. They stick to their roots, they stick to their ground, and they truly do whatever it takes to live those dreams and live that heaven on earth. You're someone that taps into God. You tap into that omnipotent power that's always available. If that's you, you're at the right place. This video is going to be very valuable. There's going to be a lot of wisdom here, and I highly encourage you guys, take notes, listen carefully, because this information could seriously change your life. The topic is going to be money. A lot of individuals in our society, in our world, live paycheck to paycheck. They're broke, and sometimes these people have great hearts, great character, and they're still broke. That should not be happening. That is for one reason, because we haven't been shown proper principles, proper values of managing money. So I'm going to go over the 5 major laws, 5 major keys for you to master your finances and become wealthy. It doesn't matter if you're making the least amount, $1 an hour or $100 an hour, you'll get to the same place, which is wealth. So first of all, I want to give you guys a little backstory. Recently, I finished rereading this book for the 2nd time. The book is called The Richest Man in Babylon. Great book. If you haven't read it, goes over these 5 principles, and I really felt like I had to share this with you guys. So to give you guys backstory on the book so it all makes a lot of sense, there was a lot of wealthy people at one point in the city of Babylon, and out of nowhere, all the wealth went to the 1%, which normally happens. The king was a good king, and he's like, I want multiple people to be wealthy. Why is this happening? So what he did, he found out who the most rich person, the most wealthy person was. His name was Arcad, and he told Arcad, can you please teach 100 individuals how to become wealthy? Did you do it by luck, or how did you get there? Arcad states, it wasn't luck, it was principles, it was 5 simple laws. Very simple laws anyone can implement. So we're gonna go into this. Principle number 1 is you must find a way to make money, to have income coming in. This can be from any source. It doesn't have to be limited to abundant sources. For example, it could be cleaning floors, it could be pushing carts at a grocery store. It doesn't matter. What matters is you have money coming in. Once you have the money coming in, this is what needs to take place. What needs to take place is, regardless of what happens, you must save 10% of the money you make. For example, if you're making $1,000, you must save at least $100. If you're making $10,000, you must save at least $1,000. Okay? And you're doing this for your future and for your family. Also, I want you guys to know, something attracts more of something. What do I mean? Once you have this money coming in, once you have your wallet overflowing, a stack of money, you're going to be able to easily attract more money. You're going to be able to easily find unexpected ways to bring in more wealth and abundance from multiple sources. And that is just the law of nature. Realize this. So get started stacking. Number 2, money labors diligently and contentedly for the wise individual who finds profitable employment for that money. What does that mean? Saving can only get you so far. Once you've saved this money, you followed principle 1. Rule number 2 is find investments where you can multiply this money. But make sure these investments don't lead to loss. We're gonna get into this on principle number 3. But the biggest thing about number 2 is you wanna find employment for your money. Your money has no feelings, your money doesn't get tired. Imagine what it could do in the right vehicle. Principle number 3. Money clings tightly to the wise individual, the cautious owner who invested under the advice of men wise in its handling. What does that mean? First of all, when you're gonna make these investments to multiply your money, when you're gonna implement law number 2, You want to make sure you speak to wise individuals with results who have made this money doing this specific thing, so they can point out all the weak points, all the weaknesses in your plan. That's how you make sure you have a solid investment. On top of that, a huge thing they mention is don't ever even risk losing your principal. What does that mean? If you're gonna invest $10,000 and you can maybe make $20,000 or even just 20% gain, no matter what happens, if everything goes south, if everything goes wrong, make sure you can at least get your principal or your $10,000 back. Number 4, don't invest into areas you're not understanding of and areas you're not knowledgeable in. And don't invest if someone who's done it tells you this is not good. Realize they're telling you for a reason. And I want to make sure you guys don't make this mistake. It's simple to make these mistakes, so we need to be wise. When we have money, you can see an opportunity and think, wow, this is gonna be gracefully abundant, it's gonna 100x my money. But if it risks losing your principal, if it risks losing your treasure, maybe it's wise to talk to someone who's done it before you do it. At least consider these things, because suppose you lose it all, how would that make you feel? I'm sure you guys don't want that to happen, right? Principle number 5, money flees the man who invests money trying to force it into impossible earnings. On top of that, rule number 5 states, be careful with schemers, be careful with tricksters. If there's any chance of losing your principal, don't do it. This is how you build wealth. Wealth isn't doing investments and getting there quick. Wealth is guaranteed. Sometimes it's a little slower, but it's guaranteed. So to implement rule number 5, suppose something's a scam, it's not even a legit investment, and you fall for that. That's how you fall for schemers. Suppose someone's pushing something, they're guaranteeing results, and they haven't done it. That's possibly a trickster. Realize this. Those are huge red flags. Don't fall for them. If you don't fall for them and you implement all these 5 principles and laws, how would you not become wealthy? Answer that. These are the laws the 1% is using. These laws come not from me, they come from Babylon. They come from individuals that back then it wasn't even money, it was gold. Just realize, you implement these, you'll change your life, and you deserve it. You guys are kings and queens. You don't deserve to be poor. You don't deserve to be living in scarcity. You deserve to be wealthy. You deserve to live in prosperity. I believe in you. Make it happen.